Okay.
What's up, guys? Before we get the video started, I just wanted to give a big shout out to all the people subscribing to the channel, whether it was from day one or it's now where you're just joining. We truly do appreciate it, man. That gives us the motivation to keep pushing forward and try to produce as much good content for you guys as possible. And even with the swap, I just wanted to give a big shout out to all the people who have helped me, whether it was answering dumb questions online, whether it was wrenching, whether it was telling me what parts to get, etc., etc. I truly do appreciate that, because before this swap I didn't know much about swapping this engine, about this engine in general. So it definitely was a learning experience, but it was great, and I feel like it's gonna be great once it's done. So let's go ahead and get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy.
About to start it. We need to connect the starter. We need to connect the starter. That's what Boza's doing. All right, let's try it out. First start.
Yo, can I do it?
First start.
I did, sir. I did most of the work. Oh, yeah.
Fuel pressure. Like you hear it prime.
Crank it. Crank it.
That's just from what we, so we just need power to the...
You didn't call me, dude.
Your face is priceless. I see right through the little thing, we go...
Bro.
I know!
Bro.
Woo! Let's go!
That was insane. That was right away. Insane.
On the key too. Fire! Fire!
Wow.
Good shit. My dog Sean
It
killed it.
sounded good. It went.
It's open header, that's why.
Nice.
Wow.
Sounds great on two.
Yeah, you didn't call your dad. You asshole.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
It's alright. I mean, I only bought the fuses.
Yeah.
Getting no fuel. So Miguel came with the fuel. Did it change?
No, it's not changing at all.
All right. Think we got it. There was a few little wiring things that had to change around. They're gonna try it out now. See if it idles.
Alright guys, well, as you saw in the previous clips, the motor actually went ahead and started right from the key, which is such an awesome feeling. But it's running really rich right now. I think it has to do with the fact that I'm running 1000cc injectors, and it's kind of just a base map to get the car started. So there might be a little bit of tweaks that we need to do, especially, you know, seeing as how rich the car was. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the exhaust on and get that buttoned up, and then hopefully sit with Martin and try to dial in the tune a little bit more and see if that changes how the car is running. But it's a great feeling, man. Crazy that it actually worked. Like, I'm so proud of the team and everything we've accomplished. Thank you to Sean again, man. Without you, it would not have been possible. And we killed it. We killed it. There's these VQ, bro. These VQ people. And we killed it, man. I think we did a great job, and I'm proud of that shit. So let's get it. Alrighty, welcome back for another clip. So as you guys saw in the previous clip, we got the car all bled. She's finally on the ground. Super great feeling just to see it all on the ground and everything working as it should be. The car bled fine, everything worked well. I am using a DE radiator. As you can see, I have two caps. Yes, it's ghetto, I know. Eventually I'll go ahead and upgrade that to just a HR radiator. But for now, everything's working as it should. So the next step would be actually driving it, see how it does on the street. I was trying to log it at idle, and Martin did tell me that one of my O2 sensors was not communicating. So I believe that O2 sensor is just bad. I already went ahead and ordered one. It should be here in the next couple of days so that we can really start actually tuning this thing and making it so that I can go ahead and beat on it because I'm itching. But yep, should be pretty cool once it's done completely. But as you can see, everything is on. I just got to put the bumper on and stuff like that. I just left it off just to make sure nothing was leaking and nothing was, you know, out of the ordinary. But yeah, everything worked great. I also wanted to go ahead and show you guys over here. I picked up this little OBD2 port. I guess it's like a cheap dash or whatever. I got it off Amazon. But what it does, and I'll go ahead and show you real quick, just start this up, is that it reads a bunch of different things. So I'm mainly using it for RPM, just because obviously my RPM gauge isn't working. You know, that's one thing that I knew from the swap. But look at that. I think that's pretty fire, man. For $80 on Amazon, that thing is awesome. It's like a mini S2000 cluster. But yeah, man, that's also working great. It literally just plugs into your OBD2 port. All the gauges are working perfectly. I gotta plug in the wideband, but everything is literally working smoothly, and I'm proud of it. So let's shut this bitch off because it's loud as hell. But yeah, that RPM gauge was so fire. I can't believe it worked, and it was only 80 bucks. Super nice. What's up, guys? Welcome back for another clip. Before I go ahead and throw the bumper on, I just needed to address the coolant reservoir situation. As you can see in the engine bay, there's not really many places to go ahead and mount it. So I decided, since, you know, from factory, the power steering lines actually come through this little hole. So what I did was I just went and got a longer coolant hose, tried to route it as nice as possible, tucked away, in through the firewall, or I'm sorry, through the core support, and then straight up to the coolant reservoir. The only thing is that my bracket actually broke when I went ahead and tried to put it on. So I had to ghetto rig something, but I'm gonna paint it black. You guys won't even see it. Call it a day. All right, guys, so as you can see, this little ghetto bracket right there is what I'm gonna be using. Don't make fun of me, whatever, it's gonna work. And then I went ahead and took the second radiator cap off and painted it black, so it's gonna be a little less obvious that I have two radiator caps, but whatever, not really that big of a deal. It'll look a little better in my opinion. So yeah, once we get these thrown back on, we'll go ahead and set up a time lapse, throw the bumper on, and yeah, see what's next. All right, guys, so it is the next day. As you can see, this painted pretty nice. You can go ahead and put that on the car. This little bracket also painted nice. I'm gonna put that on the car. And then I also got in the mail my O2 sensor, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that installed. Gonna be kind of a pain just because it's a weird angle, but should be able to get it done. Set you guys up on a time lapse, do all that, put the bumper on, and then maybe take it for its first drive. Alright, guys, so I got the old O2 out, new O2 right here. Gonna slap this in, and hopefully she runs a little bit better. So we got the coolant reservoir mounted up. We got the black radiator cap. If you close one eye, you can't really tell it's there, but whatever. So I'm gonna strap you guys now up to the head mount, and let's take this thing for its first drive. All right, guys, so I got you up on the head mount. Go ahead and get this thing started and pull her out.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.